Don't run to go and buy fuel sender yet. If for most of you who might just watch this video for the first time and run away and go to buy another fuel sender, that's what I did and it didn't work out. So if
to those I say the following: what do you have to lose by trying something new like...
Good afternoon guys, this is Mr. Cool Auto Fix, and today I'm gonna be showing you and how to solve a faulty fuel gauge that's always reading full. Okay, I'm probably gonna tell you that this could be the last video you're gonna be watching about bad fuel gauge. Bad fuel gauge can be very terrible. It can stop you in the middle of nowhere. It's not the car that's gonna stop you in the middle of the nowhere. It's because of you have a bad fuel gauge, so you don't actually know the right quantity of fuel that is in your car, and that is gonna make you to have enough fuel, and thereby the car is gonna be stopping you on the way. Okay, I made a lot of video about fuel gauge because right from my Volkswagen Make 3 and down to my Make 4, I have had a countless of series of fuel gauge. I don't know why. I don't know. It doesn't mean that fuel gauge hates me. No, it doesn't. The thing that is, most of these parts, they age with time, and some of them do get a little bit terrible. Like you can see this one here. So, and when they start aging very fast, you can see my hand is white because it has been inside gasoline, my fuel tank just a moment ago, diagnosing this. So I bought this new one when it was having a problem. So yeah, a very good used one. I tested it. If you have not know how to test a fuel gauge, a very fuel gauge that you have to know if it's actually what is causing you the nightmare that you're having, there is a video which is going to be included in the below this description here. So I want you to watch that video. When you watch it, you're gonna know how to test it with or without any special tool, without any tool at all. So that video should be able to help you. Now in this very video here, I want us to focus because I have a problem. In my own case, the first case I have with my Ford Mondeo here, which I know a lot of y'all who have a Ford Mondeo could be having right now, is that your fuel gauge is very faulty. So I have I'm in that situation too. So, and the funny side is that initially my fuel gauge is going to be completely down. It's going to be really down like this. All right. But no matter how many amount of fuel I buy, it doesn't rise up. Then it got worse. Later, I discovered that when I got it changed, something happened. That's actually what made me to buy this. And after buying this, the problem changed from bad to worse. And do you know what? Do you know the worst it did? Every other thing was working very fine except the fuel gauge. You can see as I'm holding it right now, it's still showing full tank. So I now say, okay, what I'm gonna do here is I did a bench test to be absolutely sure that I've done what I'm supposed to have done correctly. And the bench test proved that the fuel gauge is working. Like this very one is very, very okay. Now the bench test also proved that this very gauge too is okay. Now the question that you're gonna be having or asking is, now what the hell is the problem when the fuel gauge is okay and the fuel sender sensor is okay? Everything should work, right? But in my own case, it wasn't. Now this is where a lot of things can come, and I will want to advise you sometimes, if not for the fact that you're watching this video, if you're a mechanic, you should know that I changed my entire unit because of that problem, but it didn't solve it. I end up getting another fuel pump and some others, but the fuel pump thing is a different issue actually. I've just finished working on my car, and you can see I've not coupled it. I just closed the fuel tank. So what I want to tell you guys as a mechanic or as any solution provider out there, there is time for everything. I want to say that again, right? There is time for everything. And when that right time comes, your initiative, your mindset, your gut feelings, the God behind you, that you might decide that you want to get this car fixed. Your mind, your gut feelings, the God behind you might not be there that very day. It might be, I don't know why the hell he goes. I don't know if he's asleep. But that's why I say that there is time for everything, because it takes time to heal everything, and time takes everything. So I was driving yesterday before the feeling about exactly. I mean, I started reading through it because right now there is a terrible situation about fuel in Nigeria, and I have to get this working at all costs. As the matter of fact, as I'm talking to you right now, I've ordered some parts which I'm about to use to create my own fuel gauge, which I've actually tested it in some other parts and it's working, but I needed just something fanciful to be able to customize my car with that way. But that's everlasting. It's not never gonna have any problem again. Now, when today comes on, I didn't go anywhere. I didn't go to my garage today because of the fuel problem thing. I don't have enough fuel in my tank, and I don't want to get stuck in the middle of nowhere. So something just came to me that what happened that when I was driving home yesterday, that something just happened, pop in my head, and I was looking at my gauge, and my gauge was actually acting the opposite direction, and that is the sole purpose of this video. So the three issues which you're going to be having in your gauge is, one is that it doesn't read at all. In such case, if you're working with VW, it's going to be straightforward as hell. Either make 3, make 4. If it is from make 4, that's okay. Make 4 can simply tell you that your fuel gauge sensor is bad. That's one thing I like about VW. All right. Okay. And then for make 3, it's not going to give you that because they don't really put those kind of system to it to actually be able to report to you exclusively in when you plug in your scan tool. Then for this very Ford, I've tested even all the ones that I didn't even know, and yet everything is seeming right, but it's not even showing me what I needed to see on my dash. So guys, this is where I get freaked out, but today I solved it, and now let me break it down. I think this very point you deserve to know exactly what I did. Now, if you have a fuel gauge that is acting up like this, all right, that is always showing you full even when you up the ignitions. Most of them are programmed that way. All right, it's power that bring it back, is power that take it up. Now in my own case, I've done all the assignment. All you need to do is to pay a very good attention and focus and listen to me. One is, I probably believe, all right, I believe within myself that this very sender right here, if suppose you want to go and buy fuel sender, yet if for most of you who might just watch this video for the first time and run away and go to buy another fuel sender, that's what I did and it didn't work out. Your fuel gauge is reading to the extreme all the time, bro. You have no problem with your dashboard thing. I want you to check that, have that checked out. This is your problem. Now let me explain to you in detail how this is your problem. For a Ford Mondeo, there are a lot of gauge out there. But after testing mine, I actually felt that mine is old and maybe that's why the sensor blah 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 blah. I made that conclusion, but it never worked. So I got this one. It's exactly like Ford Mondeo. Everything seems the same. But tell me exactly how possible is that when every other thing fits in there, but the coding of the software coding in this very fuel sensor here is in the opposite direction. So which means this couldn't be for this very model. It could be for another Mondeo, which Ford, after they finish taking coke or maybe they get high on marijuana and decided to do it the opposite ways. So in the reading, testing it even without any tool is all the same. The potentiometer reading, everything is fine. When it's completely down flat as it is right now, it's all the same reading, the same ohmic reading, but as soon as you get it into the system, you read opposites. So at the whole time, I never knew that today, which I corrected it, that my fuel gauge was actually reading in the opposite direction, and that is because of this. So the right fuel gauge plays a very crucial role in fixing your car, guys. That's it. There is no other way. Now, if suppose the fuel gauge is completely low like it is right now, in my own case right now, it's reading very fine. Can you see that? If suppose it's completely low all the time, you have 90% chance that this is your problem, all right? This is a problem. There is no fuse attached to the circuitry that actually controls this. So first of all, what you want to do is, before you throw this one away, you want to make sure that it has a contact point. I don't know how I'm going to show you this because this camera is flipped. There is a contact point that's actually making two contact within these two lines here, all right? Those two lines, you need to pull out this You need to pull out this floater, pull it out, then stretching it so that it can be bent back into this position. I don't know. Let me turn the camera the other way and show you what you need to do. Doing just that is gonna fix your fuel gauge. So let me flip it the other way. You can see this fuel gauge right now. There is a contact point here. That contact point, some of them used to have two. This one have two, 1 and 2. The one inside my tank currently for Mondeo 98 model, V6 model, have only just one. So which means the first power goes here and the second power goes here, but this one, the two of the power are in the board. So if this if suppose the fuel gauge is reading low all the time, the first thing you want to do is, there is a possibility that there is open circuit between here and here, between these two boards here, and it can't be within this circuit. It has to be between these two wires. So most times this contact point do shift. All right, this very contact point you can see inside here do shift. So my recommendation is you should ply it open like this. Let me get this one out. Okay, it's out. So you gently get this out. Now you get this one out. Now this is the contact point I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see that metal. There are two of them. So you need to press it like this. Right? It's elastic. Somehow it bends. It's more like a spring, because I know that it has to be coming back. You see how I bent this one? So by doing that and putting it back is gonna fix your problem. Okay guys, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if this helped you to fix your problem. I gotta catch you guys later. Bye for now.